welcome back. We need to patrol Edith here at night time. But we've got some stuff to do around the place, and I'm thinking... Done the simulator test. Like between the two here, I think it's bookstore intel gathering. This long live vacation really came out of nowhere. But it's been a while. Maybe I should hit the bookstore and see if I can gather any info on the new suites in the area. Really, Van? I also heard there was some trouble in the subway. So I should go by car. Trouble in the subway? What's going on there? Wonder if it's related to everything else going on. Van got in his pickup truck and drove to the bookstore located in the Tyrell district. Stuart! Long Lie is such a popular tourist attraction. You gotta figure the local suites change up over time. Way I see it, I'd be shirking my professional duties as a Spriggan if I didn't take the time to study up on them beforehand. Whatever you tell yourself there, Van. Now to just find where they keep the tour guides here, Huh, is that Agnes over there? It is! Oh, hi Van. Fancy seeing you here. Are you doing your rounds across the city? You seem to do that a lot at night. You seem to do it a lot all the time. Nah, not this time. I just came here to shop for some books, that's all. What brings you here? Figured you went back to your dorm after we were all finished talking. I just remembered a reference book that one of my teachers recommended to me the other day. I decided I might as well pick it up on my way back before I forgot. Gotcha. That's some dedication, and dedication's what you need if you're going out of your way to pick up that kind of extracurricular material. Don't know if I'd say I'm that dedicated this time. Well, if you want to be the best, better than the rest, then dedication's what you need. Otherwise, I wouldn't have found myself over here looking for guidebooks on Long Lie. Oh, but if you're here, does that mean you're looking for information on the kinds of suites they have in Long Lie? Oh, you really know him at this point. You know me only too well at this point. Well, since we're both here, might as well see what they got. Once Van and Agnes found the books they were looking for, they made their purchases and departed the store. And the subway is probably running less frequently at this time of day, aren't they? I'd say so. At this hour, they probably... Oh, no, looks like they're having some sort of problem with the train cars. Yeah, I read that earlier. I'm sure they'll be up and running again soon, but why? Maybe. Says they don't have an estimate for how long the inspection is going to take. I guess I'll either have to wait it out at the cafe or just walk home instead. Oh, hello. You don't have to go all to that trouble. I could just drive you back in my truck. Beats how long it takes to go on foot. I'm sure your dorm's got a curfew in place, right? You don't mind? That would definitely help me a lot. I mean, I'm sure they'd be okay curfew-wise if you were just mentioning, oh yeah, the trains weren't running. How could I get back on time? They'd be like, yeah, fair enough. Thanks, Van. You're a lifesaver. The music. Triple dot. What's up? Nothing much. This is my first time alone in the car with Van, is it? Now I'm getting nervous. I've got to stay composed. Well, that's good, I guess. The streetlights are so pretty. I see this place all the time, but it somehow looks so different from inside a car. Right? That's part of the charm of a city at night. Especially when there are barely any cars on the expressway here. It rules. But coasting through nature during the daytime ain't so bad either. My dad said something like that a long time ago, actually. Huh? Really? What's your old man's verdict on cars? I'd say he's probably for them, considering he's probably in charge of, like, the entire infrastructure, really. I mean, he's probably got delegates and stuff like that, like a transport minister or something like that who do it, but, you know, he's head honcho, so... Well, he doesn't love them quite as much as you do, but he used to really like going on drives. He's always been so busy with work, he couldn't find much time to be at home. But back then, once he was off, he would take me and my mother to all kinds of places. I treasure those memories. They're irreplaceable to me. Sounds like he's a real family man. Unlike a certain Z1 racer obsessed with the nightlife. Well, Maxim regrets his actions, so I don't want to be too hard on him. Again, with that situation, it would be a case of, yeah, they can form some kind of relationship, but not a sort of romantic relationship, I'd say, because the trust has been broken. He'd have to do a hell of a lot to potentially earn back the trust. It's just, I can't see him doing that. It's like, that's a big betrayal of trust you did there, mate. But I do feel it's important you do have a part in Yume's life, you know, because you're her father. That's important. Also, the reflection on the inside of the windows isn't matching what's on the outside. It's stationary compared to the actual view on the outside. Ah well. She would visit bookstores all across the city with me, looking for books that I would like. And we'd try new recipes together to surprise him when he came home late. That's it! You've come up with a new recipe! Haven't done that in a while, have I? I really thought those peaceful days would continue forever. But when she passed away, it felt like everything changed. It does. It does. People, places, who we are, it all changes as time goes by. But even then, you find yourself concerned with who your old man is and where he stands, huh? Of course I do. I just don't know what he's thinking anymore. And I don't know what I can do for him as his daughter. He feels so far away right now. Like he's in space? Or trying to get there? I get that it's not my place to comment on someone else's family problems. But no matter how far away he might feel to you now, you still love him, right? So latch onto that feeling and face him head on. The nice thing about family is that you can afford to push boundaries if you want to figure out what's going on in their head. So it's fine to be a little selfish then. More than fine. That you're here with me as a part-timer means you're already being a little selfish, and I mean that in the best way. So just keep doing what you're doing and pushing, and next thing you know, you'll have your old man by the collar. I think I'll skip the violence if that's alright with you. But, thank you. I'm feeling a little more brave about this whole thing. Even if I don't know what the right answer is, can't afford to wallow in negativity. And I'm sorry for talking about my family non-stop. Actually, what about, never mind. You don't gotta walk on eggshells around me. It's just, I don't have any stories that'd make for a fun time. Now this is the thing that we saw in... When time stopped, when it was when we were having the conversation with Mare, like wherever we were, that other space. It's very much a case of like, I saw those memories, I assume they are, the quick flashes. It was clearly gonna be Van, because they're gonna be his memories. He was reading a book, but it looked like he was being forced to read a book, and then he was on some kind of table with like an orb above him. So I'm assuming whatever the book and the orb are, it's got something to do with the Grendel, obviously. But how does that relate to the Genesis? Is the Genesis forcing the memories to surface and it's having a reaction with this orb that's clearly gonna be inside him, thinking back to stuff like, you know, with Reen, the heart and all that kind of thing. Is that a similar aspect? Like, as I pointed out, we're getting to a point where the theories are starting to form in my head now. Especially certain things like Maxim, when we were doing that little adventure in the forest with the stopped time space area speaking to Mare Plate. We need a name for that. I'll call it Grendel Space for now, just so you know what I'm on about. Like, in Grendel Space, Maxim wasn't there. Why is it only certain people? It has to be something to do with Anya's, I imagine. Maybe something stirring up emotions, because they mentioned it was similar to the Arcus and what happened there with the Lynx. which are very much emotion-based. They don't have that much of an attachment to Maxim, so he wouldn't be pulled into the Grendel space. I do feel it's like it's two things combining, because as we've seen at several points throughout this story, within each chapter, what A are doing with their experiments, they're combining two elements almost together. And I'm wondering if that's a similar thing here. Thinking back to, say, Tharbad, they were combining the mask with a Genesis. Then we had in Basil, they were combining the research project and a Genesis. So I'm assuming our situation here is it's a Genesis and that orb thing that's clearly going to be inside Van. That's where I'm at the moment. It seems to be all about emotions and manipulating people's emotions at this point. To what end? I don't know. Got to think a bit more on that, though. Pay attention to emotions, because that seems to be a key thing that's happening right now. Especially with the idea of a nightmare being a key thing. Like, do you bear the nightmare? Nightmares are scary. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's dread. Keep a pin in that, though. That's where my thoughts are now, just so you have some idea where I'm thinking emotion-wise and what's going on with the Genesis. Because I feel like that's the key, like emotions and the Genesis. That's where we're at the moment with my thoughts and theories. So they're the things I want to point to when they come up. So yeah, that's where we're at with theories. People like that bit, they like the theory, so there you go. That's what I'm thinking now, like just culminate everything I'm thinking. We've been driving for a while anyway. It's just I don't have any stories that'd make for a fun time. Yeah. I see. And look at that, we hit Alba. Make sure you don't forget anything. Oh, wow, time really flew by, didn't it? It does when you're talking about theories. Oh, this is definitely a different place. Right here, then. Yes, the dorms are close by, so it should be a good spot. I'm not really sure if I can put this to words, but Arkwright Solutions means the world to me now. You're just as important to me as family. And I don't think I'm the only one who feels that way either. Triple dot. I'm sorry, maybe now's not the time for that. But anyway, thank you for seeing me this far. I look forward to the trip. Sure. See you later. Aww. That sure caught me off guard. I appreciate the thought. I just wish he wouldn't waste it on someone like me. Why do you feel that way, Van? Like, all I'm thinking right now is like potentially with those theories and what we saw in those little flashes that we saw in the Grendel space. Was Van a part of the cult? And I don't mean like a member, similar to Ren in some regard. So anyway, and Tio, obviously. After that, Van spent part of the night driving before resuming his patrol.
Oh, you're so mean, Van.
How's he mean? Okay. I don't see how he's mean. There we go. Maxed out. The ultimate Spriggan SCLM chain effect plus 5%. Not bad, not bad. There's no point doing any others if it's there. Like, no, what do we actually get there for that? 5 bonds maxed. Lovely. Yes, quite good. Quite good. Just wondering how close we are to some of them. Oh, 75 hit chain. I nearly had that. It's only at 73. Triple tactical bonus. Ooh. There's just several ones that I'm close to. I mean, technically I'm close on that one, but Ooh, so close on the mirror one. I'll get Crystal Eden for that. Ooh. 9 movies watched. Okay, so we've still got some more rounds to do then to get that sorted. Right. Just noticed it said the date there. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let's go over to Riverside.
Let's do this.
This is another thing I was thinking about theories as well, thinking Riverside, and I'm wondering if they're actually around still.
Well,
So I'm gonna head here. Oh no, it's a Dingo and Marielle situation, is it? Oh, because I was thinking the church is here as well. Now we know they only really get involved when an artifact becomes part of the situation. But the Genesis CCs aren't artifacts. So what's going to be going on there? Is there an artifact around we're not aware of? Probably. Because we know there was a similar thing with, I've forgotten his name now. Emperor. It was Emperor, wasn't it? From the Gardens. Like, he had artifacts, so maybe with, like, the Gardens being involved, that's why they're here. There's some kind of artifact, and maybe what this is actually building towards, they're testing all these Genesis, combining them with different aspects of different things, like the mask, and the research in Basil, all this kind of stuff, like different elements of the world. And then the final one is maybe combining a Genesis with an artifact. And that will have a huge impact on the world. Just tying up everything we know is like there's all these possibilities, but it's like that's where I feel we're going. Okay. Hey dude, we're putting on a free show tonight. The opener is our local up-and-comer Jess. He's really been making a name for himself around here lately. Word is he's about to sign with a major label. It's getting harder and harder to get tickets to see him before they sell out. It's practically a miracle that he's playing a free show. This might be your one shot to see him live.
Hey there. What was
Hello,
you?
boy. Natle. Guess Sailor and Lulua aren't giving up on making it as idols just yet. I've got thoughts rattling around in my head now as theories. Are they defying the label's direct order? This isn't like you, Sailor. She's changed. A lot, actually. I wonder if it's Lulua's doing. Oh, I thought I could maybe go on stage and see Jess, but no.
Great song.
It's beautiful.
such a pretty song.
This is that singer-songwriter everyone's on the buzz about. Whoa, his performance is so emotional. It's so wonderful getting to hear music like this somewhere I take for granted on my everyday jogs. Goes to show what I've been missing out on this whole time, never slowing down to smell the roses. Lodi's finally opened up my eyes. There are so many things I'm seeing clearly for the first time. Wait, why are my cheeks wet? Probably a leak. You want to get that checked, maybe? Yeah, could be bad. I'm so happy Selma likes Jess's music. There's something about his songs that just cut straight to the heart and it sticks with you. I thought that might appeal to Selma, given what she's been through lately. So I recommended she give him a listen. Aww, that's so sweet of you. Here's Carol. Damn it, Jess, you're really gonna make me cry. He's so damn cool, I can already feel my heart break. I don't think I can take it anymore. Uh-oh. There's gonna be trouble with those guys. The truth has to come out at some point, I imagine. Right, let's see what's going on with these two.
Well, if it isn't Van.
Hello! Sure, what I'm trying to get at here is... you know... Come on, that's enough for one day, isn't it? Don't change the subject! That's you speaking! Pan? Hey dude, don't let me keep you. I don't fancy third wheeling, so how about I leave you to it? No! Stay! The Dingo's a jerk! He's just left me behind. Why did I learn? Nothing! It's doing it again. So she's the loud kind of drunk. You know, if Dingo's being such a jerk, why not tell him yourself? You're mighty close to him right now. I told him off real good. And what did he do? Just blew me off? Didn't listen to the thing I said? Yeah, I'm working so hard to follow in his footsteps. I just lasted longer than I expected. Yeah, she did. Sorry, that was an embarrassing way for you to find us. Don't sweat it. Not like I don't know you well enough at this point. Girl sure got some balls, though. Follows you all the way to Tharbad, gets kidnapped, and caps it off with a night of drunken complaints. It's like she's not even fazed. That might be my fault. Probably shouldn't have been so soft on her after the fact. I did try to get through to her that she needs to be more careful. Carefulness doesn't seem to have clocked in tonight, from the look of it. Not at all. I'll have to try again some other time. And I definitely can't have her knowing where I'm going next time I travel. Where are you go? What are you up to, Dingo? Losing a newbie like her shouldn't be that hard for you, right? Are you sure it's worth it? Don't want to upset the cute little missy by pushing her away. She's got a thing for you. I've said it before, but we're from different publications. Rather than friends, we should be rivals. Don't think that really matters much. You'd probably be rivals even if you worked in the same place. But rival or not, she looks up to you. That at least should mean something to you, yeah? Finally got a lead into one of the topics I've been pursuing. Good. This is what I wanted to know. This is why we did your connection event. Like, what are you up to? What's going on, Dingo? You know me. All my investigations are a grey area at best. The rest, pitch black, of the worst kind, and you know that. I'd much rather stay far away, and she stay far away from that world. Maybe it's wrong of me to make that decision for her, but I don't want her to follow in my footsteps. She should walk a brighter, more honest path. For someone who denies taking her under your wing, you sure get overprotective when it comes to her. Look who's talking. You and your growing office of assistants you'd stick your neck out for. Hey, Van, if you? Nothing. You're going out on a trip with your assistants, right? Should be a good time. Take the time to enjoy yourselves. I will? That's the plan, at least? I swear, just as quick and creepy as Kitty used to be. How the hell do you even know about that? That's for me to know. No, back off. Don't go get your cousin with him. Dingo's not fair. Not fair. Whatever. I'll buy you a souvenir. You don't get to complain if you don't like it. I trust you to pick something good. Oh, Dingo, tell me what you're investigating. It's gonna be Almata, right? Things have been pretty lively up in Arkwright Solutions, huh? Guess it calmed down some at least. It's good to see you got it in you to make some good friends. I'm an adult, you know? You don't want to talk anyway. Been rekindling your passion for reporting with this little go-getter around. I'm not gonna deny that. It's, like, the only thing I could think of right now is he's investigating Almata. And Almata are probably gonna be proceeding with what they've learned in Basel, which is nuclear weapons. So it's a case of like, is he gonna find a test site or something? Is that what they're up to? Is this why there's an intermission? Because Almata are busy creating the device? Something like that? That's all I'm thinking right now. This is where all my theories are leading. Like, they're up to something. Intermission doesn't mean nothing's happening. It just means something's happening that's not affecting us right now. So Dingo's my only, like, connection to what's actually going on right now, as far as I know. What's going on, Dingo? Looks like she's really drunk. Not sure if she'll come to, but I'll stick around to send her home if she wakes up. Died, Dingo, tell me. I feel like Marielle right now, like, what do you know? I'm not giving up, Dingo. I'll be just as good as you. As Yeah. Dingo's sure been putting in overtime as of late. What does he know? Do you know what he knows? Oh, you won't tell me, but still. And here I am, just having to suffer seeing him spend so much time with a beautiful lady that's not me. I don't think your usual game's gonna catch his attention anytime soon. Boo. You're no fun. But I digress. It looks like you got all your work down for pat for the day, eh? I'm sure your assistance was more than appreciated. Arkwright Solutions to the rescue? Chill, I didn't do anything other than show up. Guy's a clown, but he's at least got the balls to take responsibility. Guess we'll see how far that gets him. Yeah. Again, I don't think there's going to be any romantic relationship going on with Maxim, but he should be there for Yumes. Should be an important part of her life. That's key. I don't quite know that I trust him or his claims of integrity just yet. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah. This is like, you have to prove yourself, mate. Like, you have to. Oh, but I'll still keep an eye on the deer myself, so don't worry about all the heavy lifting. I'm sure the media frenzy will calm down after a while. It'll be up to him to decide how to handle things from here. Oh, but I'll keep an eye on the deer myself, so don't worry about all the heavy lifting. Yep, you said
Time
that,
to
mate.
make this come back and play soon.
I'll see about it. I like Bamati, he's a good character. Hey there. Good to see you. Me and the food stall owners are out for drinks today. Enjoy yourself, mate. There's a lot we got to talk about at the Revolution Festival right around the corner. Primo will take the order while I'm here. Oh. I'm sure Primo can handle the stall on her own for a little while. What I'm not sure about is whether she'll get experimental and start offering customers some new weird tacos. But hey, the lass has passion in droves. She's an inspiration, that one. I'm glad you can see that in her.
You
All
there.
right.
Have a close look.
I will. Why is Sheena's bar so popular? Damn her chick's sense of style and pinpoint attention to detail. It's the voice. There's something about the voice, I tell you. That might just be me, though. We might be able to compete if we extend our business hours to 9 p.m. It should increase sales by at least 10%. No, maybe even higher once the new menu rolls out.
This here's the finest cuisine around.
Oh.
Come again now.
I expected something experimental. Speaking of Shino, hello! I've set up shop in every district before, but I always come back to good old Riverside. It's nice. Riverside is nice. Where dreams come true and friendly faces are aplenty. Plus, this is where all my regulars are. Riverside's where I set up shop for the first time, so holds a special place in my heart. That's nice.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem at all. Across the river.
You've got plenty more hits lined up to spend your night in.
I was gonna say, where's Junifer? So she's usually outside or something, but oh. Come on, Uncle, I just want to replace my engine. It's the only way I'm gonna get max performance out of my Kabul. Goddess B, would you knock it off? Go on and annoy someone else. Please, I'll cough up the mirror. I just need your help finding the right engine. That's the problem. Do you even understand how hard it'll be to find something that'll even fit? It's a fair point.
What'll it be?
Nothing.
Again.
Nothing.
Song, isn't it? And we've got
Alright, so. Just the church left here, isn't there? And again, we'll pay attention to anything happening in the church. Because, again, I feel there's going to be an artifact involved, and it's going to be maybe combined with a Genesis. These are the things... Although, how does that fit with the nuke aspect? Maybe they need the nuclear power to do something? Hey, Yes, Rooney, there is a language unique to the Central East. I didn't expect you to want to learn it just to help tutor Earl and Lolo. Your kindness knows no bounds, does it, Rooney? So dependable. You really think so? Earl says I'm just wishy-washy. I mean, they didn't... I was just thinking about... They didn't complete the research for nukes, as we know. They were almost there. What was it? 0.03% away or something? Was it 0.3%? But that's not far off. Maybe that's what the intermission is. This is what I'm thinking. It's like... I feel like... Why bring that up as a thing if it's not going to be something soon? Especially because they got so close. You're not far away from discovering it. Like being 0.3 away, it's like... Given a little bit of time, a... intermission, if you will. And you could develop it. This is what I'm thinking, like... It's gonna be the thing, right? And that's what they're going to be testing, and that's what Dingo's investigating. To see if they figured it out. That's where my mind's going with that. Anyway, you really think so? Earl says I'm just wishy-washy. Earl's not one to mince words, is she? Or maybe that's how they're going to use the artifact to complete the research? Maybe that's what they're trying... It depends what the artifact is that's going to be in question in all this. Anyway, I'd be more than happy to teach you. Feel free to come by for a lesson whenever you're free. Thank you so much, Mother Kyra. But why have nukes? I want to help tutor Earl and Lola. Or Lola, yeah. So I'm brushing up on Central East's culture and language first so I can do that. Oh, I asked Mother Kyra for help, and she said she'd be happy to. She's so nice. Having a kid like Rooney around keeps things lively for all of us. Speaking of lively, Lashkar came by again with a girl from the village workshop. They'll be staying at the Bracer Guild for the next couple of days, actually. Should pay them a visit. I will, if I can. Mother Kyra hails from an impoverished town in the Central East. Life has guided her to the cloth. Despite everything that's happened to her, I imagine Heavenly Hands ensured she'd never go astray. Perhaps that is why her dedication to the salvation of others is so unshakable. I believe that she is of divine fate. The choice of Steins Gate, you might say. Yes. There are tasks she, and only she, is able to accomplish.
Alrighty.
I thought that was a pair of shoes then. It was a lamp. I didn't see the top, just saw the bottom, like as I was doing that. Like it was shoes, and I was like, that's weird. Right. Looks like we're done here. Again, we're avoiding the 4SPG bit for now, because I imagine that's going to be the same one as in the Seidan district? Maybe? Tyrell. Oh, just the cinema. Very well.
Off we go.
See if we can see the Mishi film. That's the plan. Oh, you again. I'm glad the Climber's Story movie was narrated by the actual mountaineer. Gave an authentic touch to that film. I've heard that some movies filmed out in the real world have staged scenes in them. Didn't get that sense from this movie, but it's a good reason why audiences need to watch with a more discerning eye. Well, that aspect I agree with. In light of everything going on, I unfortunately wasn't able to offer much assistance earlier in the day. Be that as it may, I'm happy to inform you that this week's new film is Climber's Story. It's a quasi-documentary based on a real-world writing, offering a unique perspective and atmosphere you won't find in other films. We're also continuing our rerun of Wolves Requiem as well. If you still have yet to see it, then by all means, please do. Interesting. Imagine, like, if you had a game like that was based on the idea of finding someone's book, and then the games are sort of an interpretation of what is in the book. You know, like someone's diary of their adventures. There'd probably be a redhead or something like that, you know, something along those lines. Wonder when we'll get another game like that. Like the 10th in the series of them or something like that. Who knows?
Thank you for your visit today.
I'm referencing geese, in case you didn't, that was a joke. Anyway, this week the film that we're premiering for our nighttime showings is Climber's Story. It's a documentary that recreates the events of a mountain climber's memoir. was filmed on a real mountain and also features narration from the mountaineer who wrote the original story. Isn't that cool, they'd say?
Sell at the shop.
However, given that it takes place on such a dangerous mountain, I wouldn't recommend trying to replicate any of the feats captured in the movie. Well, yeah. That would be a bad idea.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Can I get you a ticket for something? What's playing right now? Well, we can't do the Mishi one. That's only during the day then. So, Climber Story.
Thank you for your visit today.
Tickets for Climber Story? It'll be 200 mira for one.
The showing on screen 2
Purchase.
will soon begin.
Let's grab a seat. It's Hermes this time. She's watching the film with the helmet on. This documentary is a dramatization of a memoir left behind by a mountain climber. The brutal intensity of mountaineering is laid bare against the ethereal beauty of Calvert's most famous peaks and valleys. The most impressive of which is the Tian Shan Mountains in the eastern region of the Republic. Nicholas, the author of the memoir, serves as the narrator as the team ascends the mountain using a route that was believed to be unscalable.
This isn't the first time I've gazed at the gaunt face of death. It awaits us all at the bottom of the abyss, yearning for our fall when a boulder bars our way. I've never seen a mountain rob the hope of the climbers challenging it. That is, not before today. It's been 10 days since we started our ascent, yet the summit is not even in sight. When you scale a mountain, death scales right behind you. Elman, Massif, and Gessner were among the greatest mountaineers in all the world. Yet even they were claimed by death while on the climb to the top. Man is utterly powerless before the mountain. The frailty of humanity is unmasked in the face of nature's raw majesty. So then, why does man climb the mountain? And to that I say, I do not know.
I don't know.
All I know is that the vast world beyond the summit has seized hold of my soul, and it will never let go.
Well, alright then. I expected more insight, but no. No. Hey, it's my favorite customer. Not used to seeing you here, of all places. What's the occasion? Nothing much. I just had my eye on this movie since before it was out. I'm actually a bit of a mountain climber. Really? Is that why you decided to watch it too? Nah, I'm just a movie junkie who'll watch a little of everything. I tend to watch a lot of plot-driven stuff when I go to the movies, but I enjoy a good documentary every now and again too. Good for you. There's something to be said for seeing such harsh yet beautiful vistas up on the big screen. Watching that movie made me want to go check all that out for myself one of these days. When I'll actually get around to it though, who knows? You know me, always got my hands more than a little full with work. Don't I know it? We both need clients to put food on the table, but work sure has a way of piling them on. I feel bad hitting you up as much as I do. Must not make things easy for you. Oh, don't you worry about me. It's always a pleasure hooking you up with what you need. So keep those orders coming. I'll get them to your door faster than you can even hit send no matter what time of day. Fair enough. Van's conversation in the theatre continued for a brief period. Soon enough, however, the two sides parted ways in the lobby. From there, Van got on with the rest of his evening. It looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Maybe I should pick one up as a souvenir. Yes. Oh, lovely. Let's see here then. Where do we want to go? We'll head to the Blacklight District.
Off we go.
Off we go!
Don't think I've seen you before.
You saw me earlier. What are you on about? I used to sell up on the surface until about 2 years ago. That was when those guys moved in and started dealing themselves. Almata, I mean. And man, they're ruthless. I couldn't tell you how many of my roots they've snatched up in those short years. I could swear they were after my head at one point. I went underground after that, and I don't regret that decision one bit. Blacklight's a good place to be. When you have the boss watching out for us, A can't come slithering in like they usually do. It's safe here, you know?
What will it be?
What will it be? Oh, nothing.
I'll be seeing you.
Will you? I think maybe my luck's starting to luck up. I'm not seeing those feisty, fight-picking gangsters around here anymore, for one. Why? And then just today, I bagged a real VIP client. I'm so proud of myself. I love getting a real big shot. Maybe I'll take the rest of the day off and treat myself at Grey Brielle's. Celebrate the good times, you know. I deserve it. Ah, there you are, the braces. Ugh, why is my old wound giving me trouble again? Might just be karma. What goes around comes around. This isn't the first time it's given me grief, and I doubt it'll be the last. Anyway, had their eyes on me in my youth. I had to bail from Langport. It got so bad. I miss that city. Perhaps I should head over to Isabel's and have her take a look at my old wound. Maybe there's something she can do for me. Yeah, give it a shot. Oh, should check the shop now.
I've got... Best come again. Best come again soon.
Right. It's been a hot minute since I last checked this place. They've got a real nice lineup today. I like this greatsword here. What do you think of it, Lahan? Yeah, it's pretty nice, yeah. Got this back alley blacksmith vibe to it. I like it. You two are way too comfortable here. I don't know how you do it. I can't stand these kinds of places. Oh, don't be such a spoil sport, Alvis. A bracer is responsible for all citizens now, including the ones in the gutters. You know, that's why Regina worries about you so much. You're always so high-strung on the job. I mean, what? What does Regina have to do with that? Oh, for the love of idiots, take the hint, you big dense blockhead. Okay, how about this? You two hold a competition between yourselves. The winner gets to take Regina on a dinner date. Sounds good to me. I mean, I still don't get why you're bringing her up in this, but I'm not gonna lose either way. My pride's on the line. You're alarmingly quick to agree there. Oh, wait, why would I have dinner with her? I have a girlfriend. This is just... Oh, whatever, fine. You're on and I'm not gonna lose. I swear my honor is a B-rank bracer. He'll throw it. He'll throw the competition. Well, hello there. General Van. You know, I always had a feeling you frequented this place. Guess I was right after all. Anyway, let's just stay in our own lanes here, alright? I'll look this way, and the other way if you do. Not even try to play it cool this time. Well, fine by me. I ain't got nothing to do with you anyway. Man, how does Alvis function with a head this dense? Hopefully, once I get the guy to come to his senses, he and Regina are... Oh, wait. He only gets to invite her to dinner if I lose, and if I lose, then I look bad, and if I look bad... Okay, this is kind of a problem. What do I do? Should I just win and let him figure it out on his own? Man, must suck being that dude's wingman. He's really fussing over it. And now I want to speak to him. Those two never change, do they? They never change, do you? They've been like that ever since they were rookies. The more things change, the more they stay the same. They're capable bracers now, but their old habits are hard to kick. Maybe that falls on me as their mentor. I've got room to improve myself, I reckon. I do need to do a better job of reining in Ewan. I had some business to negotiate with an old friend today, and mercy, she really likes to play hardball with me. I thought raising her daughter and moving to Crossbell might have softened her up a little, but no. Oh, hold on. The daughter of hers? What do you know, she's in the arms dealing business too, and darn tootin' she's good at it. Word is, she even has her own airship now. Like, hey, hold on. She really does take after her mother. I might have a real firecracker on my hands when she grows up. What? I got that deal done in the end, but I'm telling you, they make for one scary duo. Whatever happened to throwing your old friend a bone? Chivalry's dead, I tell you. Ugh. Oh well.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. I like the little references here and there to stuff you know.
We await your
If
next
you know.
visit.
You know? I know. Do you know? I don't know.
Hey, mister.
I've loved books for as long as I remember. Nowadays, they're the only things that can mend my broken heart. Oh, like this book here. It talks about all the gruesome ways they used to execute people in the Middle Ages. Every page is just dripping with so much love. Oh, it's irresistible. Just... Oh, no. Did I say that out loud? Why'd I say hello to this chick? I ain't got a damn clue what she's on about. Books are the perfect friend for the lonely underground lady. You should buy some too, Van. You'll love them just as much as I love you. Oh, dear.
What'll you have today?
Nothing.
Thanks for coming.
Alrighty.
Bye. Run. Run.
Let's talk if you've got...
I'm not his birth mother, I should clarify. I found him on a battlefield I was working in. Oh, that's interesting. He's not tough by any stretch, though. He's so frail, I feel like if I let go of him, he'll just blow it to dust. But you know something? I don't feel like I'm the one protecting him. The opposite, actually. He's the one who saved me. I was a cold and heartless woman before I found him. He taught me what it meant to love someone. There's nothing I want more than for him to grow up happily, healthily, and strong. I want to give him the life he deserves. Aww. I hope and pray my little Yota grows up to be big and strong and that he gets to feel the sun on his face. Easier said than done, but still.
Don't take too long. Come back soon.
Right. Mummy, let me help. I'll wash the dishes. Thank you, Yota, but that's okay. It's time for you to go to bed now. Mummy can take care of everything by herself. Go brush your teeth and get tucked in, okay? Okay. Mummy, can you pick me up? Now how am I supposed to say no to that? Okay, but only after you've brushed your teeth. Come on, let's go. I'll wait for you while you get ready for bed. Aww. I like that, just that little bit extra there. Like, aww, it's nice. Joe Browning. Alright, 500 more reps today. Let's do this. He used to be a famous boxer back on the surface, but then the drugs came a-calling. Felt about as low as a guy could fall, but you know something? Life here ain't so bad. This place is rotten to shit, but you can do whatever you want down here. I love it. Now we can leave guys half dead, nobody cares. Oh. Okay.
Boss is gonna yell at you.
Ren? What are you doing here? I hadn't considered that as a way to restore cranial nerve functions. Interesting. Very interesting. Thank you, Ren. That helped clear up part of your thesis I had trouble parsing. That insight will come in mighty handily. Don't mention it. Just know that it's all still theory. It's up to you and your field to determine how practical it actually is. I'm definitely excited to see how my ideas pan out in the real world at any rate. I'll be keeping a very close eye on those tests. By all means, I'm excited to put your theory to work. Do I even want to ask what harebrained schemes you're up to? What's a kid like you doing down here at this hour, huh? If it isn't Edith's one and only Spriggan. Good evening, Matt. Why so concerned? I have proper permission to leave the campus at night. Everything is above board, I assure you. That's not what I meant, and you know it. So you're still publishing papers, huh? Man, you're a real workaholic. You were doing that 5 years ago when we first met. So you're the infamous Millie Shatton, are you? Mysterious researcher who puts out papers at the speed of light. Medicine, economics, engineering, even literature and music theory. A polymath through and through. Your work has been very well regarded at various conferences. Hey, you even managed to attain your doctorate while remaining anonymous. Wow, you do know your stuff. Normally I would deflect such scrutiny into my identity, but it seems as though the jig is up. My output isn't what it once was. I used to be a little haphazard in my youth, dabbling in anything and everything that came to mind. But now I'm so busy with the student council and my other commitments, I don't have the energy to publish as often as I used to. These days I put out a paper, every 6 months or so. Because, you know, publishing only 2 papers a year at 16 is so bog standard. think that's a healthy pace to maintain. Your youth doesn't last forever. It wouldn't do to drown your teenage years in work. Hey there, come on and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? I made plenty today at work, so tonight I figured I'd treat myself to a well-earned break. I've known Ren here since her kitty days. We got to know each other online. Never thought I'd get to meet her in person all these years later, so young, and yet she's grown so much. It didn't take her long to start marching to the blacklight beat, but I suppose with a resume like hers, she can adapt to just about anything. Should have figured she'd know about her society ties. And who doesn't this woman know?
They're all specially made.
I bet they are.
Always be careful when and how much you use.
So, Agnes tells me that you're going on something of a company retreat next week. I must say, it sounds like fun. Perhaps I'll stow away inside someone's trunk and come along for the ride. You might still be pretty short, but not as much as when we first met. Don't think you'll fit into anybody's suitcase anymore. But honestly, you don't have to go to all that trouble. You're welcome to tag along if you like. We owe you big time for all your help at Basel. We've got room for one more. You're in if you want it. That's sweet of you to offer. Alas, I have plenty of obligations keeping me busy next week, so I'll have to pass. That said, I hope you and your lovely assistants all get some very earned rest. Well-earned rest. Agnes especially. She's been a real busy bee between your work and the student council. Make sure you treat her well, alright? Of course. Get I ain't the best influence, but I ain't a slave driver. Ren could stand to take her own advice too. That girl never stops. Well, she has her friends and family to help with that, I guess. But that she does. Has it really been a whole year since Crossbow broke off from Erebronia? How time flies when you get to my age. I had a number of brushes with the old CPD back when I lived there. They were throwing me in jail for just about anything over there. I didn't even do anything wrong this one time, and they still cuffed me. But if they think they got the last laugh, oh, they got another thing coming. One of these days, they'll pay the piper. Okay. Crossbell's starting to get a little big for its britches now that it's independent. They've got consulates and everything now. But if the cops and the SSS think they had the last laugh, oh, they've got another thing coming. Sooner or later, they'll pay the piper. Ain't nobody knows exactly how long Blacklight's been around. You believe the people on the streets, they'll tell you it goes back some 500 years. More likely it just popped up when people were drifting around the city after the revolution. Shit was real chaotic back then. Only one who knows for sure is probably the boss, and the boss ain't someone to show up down here often. So who can say for certain? Who can say for certain? The boss is the one who keeps things clean down here. Ain't a soul alive down here who don't benefit somehow. I don't see the boss all that often myself, but you can always count on him to come through when you need him. Yeah, we need to meet this boss, I feel.
What'll it come again?
I like it.
Alright, so, 2 people in here.
Drink together?
Mistress Eden Adult Shop. Well, this is unusual. What's the occasion? You pop down here for pleasure over business for a change? Nah, I'm good. Just figure it's a good idea to keep tabs on this place every now and then. Never know when you might find something useful. Been noticing some faces I didn't see during the day. It's like you guys are having some interesting visitors around here too. Oh, you mean her and those so-called superheroes? You bet they're interesting. I've heard my fair share about them from the grapevine. I don't mind them. We could use a little excitement. It distracts from how lonely things get down here. You know, lonely hits different coming from you. I get her though. Kinda gotta be our lone wolf to hack it down here.
Ooh, you look dangerous. I'd better see you again.
When the sun goes down, all the boys come out to play. That's when business really picks up. What do you say, handsome? Any chance I can convince you to drop by this evening? You're just gonna hold your hand up the entire time. And you there, girlie. Get over here and help me bring in some foot traffic. Good to see you again tonight. Whatever you do down here, just watch out for cops. Getting tangled up with those crooks is a rookie mistake. Anyway, I'm off to go Bagger's a big spender. Talk to you later.
Alrighty.
That's why his hand's up. He's like, bye! Bye-bye! Bye!
Seriously?
Hey,
Seriously?
gorgeous.
No, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't really know much about what goes on outside my ditzy little bubble. But I'm not worried. This area always has a way of bouncing back from trouble. That's what I love about it. And don't you worry, baby. No matter how low you go, you'll always have a place here with me and everyone else. Yeah, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. I know what that's like. I'd rather swim than sink. That's for damn sure. Oh.
All my stuff is done. See you later, handsome.
Yes, yes. Right, so we've got one more dot up here, haven't we? Oh, hello. Come on, get him! Not like that, you dumbass. Oh, come, right! Right! I thought I'd recognize that head of hair. Good fight, eh? You're pretty riled up there. Good fight is right. Got a grudge match going on. The one I was yelling at, he's just barely lost it to this other guy last time. He lost me my money, but I'll get it back this time. I got a hunch. Come on. How about you throw some mirror in too? It's real hype shit. It didn't take long for him to reel you in, huh? Punk's gonna punk, I guess. Oh dear, Aaron. I've got buddies who are into this just as much as me. We like to bet on who wins. You should get in on the fun, Chief. Once you start, you won't be able to stop. No. Right, so... Ooh. Did I miss talking to Ren again?
Strange posse you're running with.
Now, what's the quickest way back? Because I did notice the dot is slightly yellow. So yeah, did I not speak to Ren again? Thinking about it, we have known each other for quite some time, haven't we? I met our intrepid reporter friend about the same time too. I'm sorry. Should I not be dredging up all of that back up? Yeah, I'd appreciate it if I'm being real with you. Those were rough times for her, to put it lightly. She was walking through Gehenna. I don't mention Gehenna. Especially with Ren, like all I could think is at the deep, dark depths of Gehenna when we went through it was that door. You know the one. Yes. Anyway, we're gonna end this part here. And in the next part, we'll head on over to the Seiden district and then see about maybe picking up the key events. Because that's the last thing we've got to do, really, isn't it? Yeah. See you in the next part. Ta-ra for now.